Hi there, friends, yogis. Thank you for joining in today. So this is going to be a class focusing on our low back, our sacrum, our lumbar spine, and also the neck. So this is a class that has been requested to focus on the low back and also the neck, two areas of the body that can give us some trouble. So I'm going to kind of spin everything together in a way where we are focusing on finding some greater flexibility and ease and relief in our spine and our lumbar spine, and some relaxation through our neck today as well. Something that I wanted to just talk about quickly before we begin is low back issues and the way that the body moves, the way that the body works. So the muscles in the body work in pairs. So you have, if there's issues happening in the low back, what's directly in front of the low back happens to be your low tummy. And because the body works in pairs, the tummy, the lower abdominals, assist the low back, and vice versa, the low back at times can assist the low abdominals. It's the same way with the bicep and the tricep. So when you go to make a muscle with your bicep, the bicep condenses and gets shorter while your tricep gets longer. And when you go to release that and lengthen the bicep muscles, then the tricep gets a little bit shorter. So the muscles work congruently with one another. And when we are wanting to strengthen, or rather take pressure or pain out of our low back, something that we can do rather than just stretching all the time, like say you stretch every day, you're really diligent about it and you stretch 10 or 15 minutes your spine every day, but you're still having a lot of low back pain, chances are you need to strengthen your low abs, because your low abs are directly, in front of the low back. If you've got a strong low core, then it takes some of the pressure off of the muscles in your low back, like the erector spinae. So we are going to be doing some ab work today, some core strengthening, just so that we can start to retrain some of the muscles in our body and start to have some relief in pain and pressure from our low back. And then the whole rest of the class will be nice and easy, stretchy, relaxing. When we focus on our neck, that's all going to be very restful stuff. But there is going to be a little bit of challenge today, which is good because you're strong, and we'll be just reminding ourselves how strong we are. Okay, so let's go ahead and get going. And we're just going to start in a easy seat, a Sukhasana. So finding your easy seat. You can, be in a crisscross applesauce. You can even be kneeling on your shins if that's something that is better for you. So I don't care how you sit, as long as your spine is nice and erect and lifted. So the crown of your head is elevated directly over the hips. And we'll relax our shoulders down. Really important to just let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. Decide what you'd like to do with your hands. So maybe it's a palms down kind of day for you. Maybe it's a palms up kind of day. I always really like one palm on top of the other with the thumbs touching and then just resting in my lap like that. So doing whatever feels best and the most comfortable for you today. And then we'll close down the eyes and just take a moment to be with yourself. So for some of us, when I said that, take a moment to be with yourself, maybe you automatically took a breath. Maybe you automatically allowed your attention to come to your breath, and that's really good. If you haven't done that, go ahead and take a breath. And tune into yourself. So notice how you're feeling today. Without any judgment, just noticing how we're doing mentally, emotionally, and physically. Without any judgment, just notice and see where you're at today. We're giving ourselves so much gentleness in our yoga practice, so much gentleness for our psyche and our body, so much compassion. Exactly where you are is perfect. Okay, very good. Let's take 3 rounds of breath to more deeply connect to ourselves. So we'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 times. Inhale deeply. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale. Exhale it out, letting go. One more time, the biggest inhale of your whole day right here. Fill the lungs all the way up to max capacity and then hold. Holding the breath at the top of the lungs, sniff in a little bit more air. A little bit more. Hold it. Open the mouth and let it all go. Good, breathing normally. Really beautiful relief. Coming into the present moment, already feeling more balanced just by connecting to our breath like that. Okay, remember in your yoga practice, your breath is the initiator of your movement. Your breath is your own best medicine. That's what one of my teachers says. So always letting your breath be the forefront of your yoga practice. We're always very aware of our breathing as we move, as we flow. Let's just take a couple more rounds of breath here. You can exhale out the nose or the mouth. Really good, beautiful. Okay, so blinking the eyes open, coming back into the room. Let's go ahead and bring the hands back behind you. Bring the soles of the feet down onto the mat. I've got my socks on today because it's a cold winter day downstairs here where I'm filming, so I'm all dressed up. But normally I would say to have bare feet on the yoga mat. But let's go ahead and begin to rock the knees side to side. So you can lean your weight back just a little bit so that you can feel your tailbone and your sacrum area on the ground. And we're just rocking left and right, finding some windshield wiper movements with the knees. As you also get a nice little massage for your sacrum and your glutes here against the ground. Let's take 2 more breaths. Okay, so that's a nice little twisting motion for our low body. Come back into your Sukhasana, into your easy seat, maybe with the opposite leg in front now. Okay, so bringing your non-dominant leg in front now. And then we'll find some twists for the upper body. I always love to start our warm-up off with some twisting. The spine loves a twist. So let's inhale, we'll reach our arms up. As you exhale, twist to your right. Left hand coming to the right knee. Right hand coming to the floor behind you. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach. And exhale, twist right. One more on each side. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, twisting left. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, twisting right. Good. Inhale, reach, bringing the arms up overhead. Bring the palms together. And exhale, bring your prayer palms down to heart center. And tune in for a moment to your heart, Anahata chakra. Breathing into your heart space. A full round of breath. A little smile down at the heart. Beautiful. Okay, now go ahead and make your way to a balasana, or our child's pose. So bring the big toes together, bringing the big toes to touch. And if you can bring the knees together, then do that. If you want a little bit of space between the knees, then that's fine. I want you to be comfortable here. So bring the knees together if that's in your body. If you can easily drop down into your child's pose with your knees together, then do that. But otherwise, you can separate the knees a little bit. So there's plenty of room for your belly. I just want there to be plenty of space for the belly to sink down, and then go ahead and relax, release fully and completely down into this child's pose with your forehead on the ground, if that's possible for you. And we're just going to hang out here for 3 rounds of breath in your child's pose, and I'll count for you. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out the nose or mouth. Breathing in, exhaling out. Last time here. Good. And we'll take a breath in. As you breathe in, you're going to elevate, coming up onto all fours. Send your shins parallel to the sides of the mat so the big toes are no longer touching. And then we're going to just find some movement. We're going to take big hip circles. So exhale as you drop your hips back. Send them around to the other side, and inhale the hips forward. Taking nice, big, wide hip circles. Moving at the same pace as your breath. Inhaling up and exhaling back. Inhaling up and exhaling back. Good. One more going this direction. Okay, and when you're ready, you'll reverse it opposite way. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Connecting to everything that you're feeling. Okay, so in yoga, we're not just blindly going through movements. We're really being mindful and slow. Really tuning in to each movement, feeling the muscles that we're using, and noticing with a sense of gentleness and compassion how the muscles are feeling. Now let's do one more big hip circle. Beautiful. And then we'll take an inhale and we'll come right back up into our tabletop position. And we're going to move through some cat-cows. Again, a really beautiful traditional way of just stretching out the spine. Okay, so leading the movement with your tailbone, take an inhale, lift the tailbone, soften the belly, open the chest, and the chin up, look up. As you exhale, tailbone rounds under, abs curl, everything rounded and inwards. You're using your abs to round your spine. Open up between the shoulders and drop the head completely between the shoulders. Inhale, lifting the tailbone up, rounding the spine, looking up. Exhale, tailbone drops, abs curl in, drawing the abdominal wall in towards your spine, rounding the spine. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding, really pulling your abs in and back. Let's take a couple more on your own. Good, inhaling, coming all the way back to a neutral spine. And as you exhale, we're going to find a high plank. Don't worry, nothing too crazy just yet. Finding your high plank with the knees lifted, arms are strong. Take a full breath here. Okay, breathe in. And as you breathe out, bend your knees, send your hips high, and walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of the mat. Walking the arms all the way back, and you'll hang, you'll dangle in a forward fold. Softening the knees as much as you need to here. So if you've got tight hamstrings like me, that's all right. Just go ahead and soften through the knees, relax through your shoulders, and let the crown of your head hang down. If you want, you can cross the elbows, and we're hanging here in a ragdoll, completely relaxing with the crown of the head down towards the floor. There's no weight in the neck. You're not holding your head up here. The neck is nice and loosey-goosey. Let's take one more breath. Good, untangle the arms. And on your next inhale, roll up the spine, stacking the vertebra, going nice and slow. Beautiful, coming all the way up to stand. Okay, very nice. Let's take a full round of breath here, feeling the body. So close the eyes, take a breath and feel. Notice if there's been a subtle shift since we've begun our yoga practice. Just by breathing, just by being mindfully aware, there's already been a subtle shift that has taken place. See if you can train yourself to notice that. Okay, good. Blinking the eyes open, coming back into focus with the room. Let's go ahead and step the feet hips distance. Relax the arms. Drop a little bit into the knees, and we're just going to begin to shake a little bit. Bouncing just a tad into the heels, into the knees, shaking it out. Let's get the arms involved as well, beginning to shake the hands, shake the arms, bouncing, releasing, letting go. It's like we're vibrating stuck energy through the body. Like this. This is a really nice way to let go of any kind of emotion just by shaking it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, so I'd like for you to be more vigorous than you are. Pick it up for the last 10 seconds, maybe even jumping a little bit vigorously. Go ahead for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, faster, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Exhale, relax. Close the eyes. Tune into your body and notice what you're feeling. Okay, so that was maybe a little bit more obvious there, feeling the effects of that exercise. It picked up the heart rate. Maybe we felt some tingles in the hands and the feet. Really good, subtle energies that we can learn to feel. Okay, so Leaving the feet hips distance. Put the hands on the hips. Inhale, send the hips, the pelvis forward. And exhale around to one side. And inhale forward. So this is a similar movement to what we were doing just now when we were on all fours on our mat, hip circles. And I really love these because they work so many areas. Circling the hips like this, we can feel it in our side, in our front, the other side, and in the back. So we've got our quads, we've got our hamstrings, we've got the sides of the hips all being active and being used here when we take these big circular rotations with our hips. One more going this direction. Okay, and the next time your booty goes back, pause, and then go the opposite direction. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. One more. Good. And then land with your booty back behind you. Once again, let's see if you can straighten out the legs just a little bit here and come into a forward bend. Dropping the head down. Take one round of breath. And inhale, roll up the spine. Exhale out. Okay, feet are still hips distance. You might want to go a little bit wider. Soften into the knees, and we'll just begin to twist the spine. Please make sure that your knees are soft. So your knees are not locked here. Twisting it out for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowing down, relaxing. Step the feet back underneath the hips. Let's bring our right hand to our tummy, our left hand to our heart. Close down the eyes and tune in. Take a breath and feel your body. Okay, so let's go ahead and come back. Again, we'll separate our feet wider than the hips. Send your toes out to the sides just a little bit. And we're going to move through just a few squats. So you can bring your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, squat down into the knees, sending your booty back behind you like you're about to sit back in a chair. And then come straight up, inhaling up. And then exhaling, squat down. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, standing. Breathing out, squatting. Let's go for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming all the way up and down. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, last one. 10. Hold it here, keeping the booty pressing back. And then, if you're feeling all right, we're going to inhale and reach the arms. Continuing to send the knees wide, arms reaching if you feel okay. You're strong. Let's hold it here for one more full breath. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, relax. Good. Take a breath here. Okay, and then we're going to come all the way down now onto our mat. We're going to come to lie down. Okay, so a beautiful motion exercise practice that we can do to strengthen our low abdominal wall is leg lifts. So we're going to move into some of our abdominal work now. So we'll come all the way down onto our back. And I'd like for you during this abdominal practice to think about pressing your lumbar spine fully and completely, very actively pressing your lumbar spine down into the mat. Okay, so what that's going to do is it's going to force you to use your abs. You really have to press your lumbar, press your back into the mat as much as you can. Okay, that's really important for these exercises. So we're going to go ahead and shimmy our arms underneath our hips just a little bit with the palms face down, just for a little bit of leverage. Now press your lumbar spine into the mat and feel how that turns on your abdominal wall. And then from here, we're just going to lift the legs up towards the sky. Okay, so your low back is really, really flat, legs are lifted. And we're going to go with some scissor crossings for the legs. The breath is going to change as well. So we're going to be taking more swift, rigorous breathing in tune with our movement for this. So go ahead and watch me first. So I'm going to sniff the breath in as my feet open. I'm sniffing the breath out at the same speed through the nose as I cross the legs. And then the other knee will cross on top, okay? So inhaling, sniffing the legs open, exhaling, sniffing the breath out and crossing. And you're going alternate sides each time, okay? So go ahead and prepare. Low back is pressed firmly into the mat. We're really strong in our core. And here we go. So sniffing, breath in, open. Here we go. Feeling the strength of your inner thighs, feeling the strength of your abdominals. You've got another 20 seconds. Give me about another 20 seconds here. Good. Send the legs up. Breathe in deeply. As you exhale, bend in the knees, rest, relax. Wrap the arms around the shins here, curling up into a little ball. Softening your abs. Taking a breath or two just to rest. Very nice. And then we're going to get right back to it. Bringing the hands once again underneath your hips a little bit, gluing your low back into the mat, and then lifting the legs up towards the sky. This time we're just going to bicycle. Okay, so maybe bring the legs a little bit lower, and then just begin to bicycle, pedaling through the legs, making sure that your low back is not wanting to peel away from the earth. So if your low back is really just wanting to arch away from the ground, then lift your legs up a little bit higher. But otherwise, I kind of want you to ride that sweet spot of just where the low back wants to arch away, but you don't let it. You can just still maintain it and hold it there and keep it there. Finding your own point of challenge, your own best point of challenge. Okay, take a breath in. Now reverse it. Go the opposite way now, pedaling the legs the opposite way. The body is so resilient. The body is so strong. You've got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now straighten your legs straight up towards the sky. As you exhale, lower both legs together just a few inches. And then inhale, bring them up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, lifting the legs all the way up. As you exhale, bend the knees, rest. Wrap the arms around the shins, hug it in. Take a few breaths. Maybe starting to feel some burn. Okay, really good. And we're gonna do one last final ab workout here, and then you're done. So let's bring our arms behind our head, lacing the fingers, lifting the head, and we're just gonna move right into some bicycles, some cross alternate elbow to knee bicycles. Okay, so my head is lifted. I'm gonna turn to twist my right elbow towards my left knee. My right leg extends, and then I'll exhale and I'll switch it opposite way. Okay, so go ahead, bicycling it out, and keep your low back nice and flat. Good. Breathing naturally, breathing normally, okay? Don't hold the breath. And here we are for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, you got it, 5, 4, you're strong, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, relax, feet on the mat, softening the belly. Very good, take a deep breath in, and out the mouth, let it go. One more time like that, inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Beautiful. Extend your left leg long and bring your right knee in towards your chest, lacing the fingers along the right shin, gently pulling the right knee inwards towards your chest. Getting a nice stretch for our quads. Take a breath here. Good. Now, as you exhale, we're going to move into a twist. So you're going to send this right leg across your body to the left, and you'll reach your right arm out to the side. So your hand is in line with your shoulder. The leg is gently twisting over to the left. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back to neutral. Now, as you exhale, we're going to move into a figure 4 stretch. Okay, so you'll bend your left knee and cross your right ankle over your left knee. So you can leave the left foot down on the ground for this. If you feel a stretch in the outside of your right hip, then leave your legs here. Okay, this is a perfect place to be. Otherwise, if you wanted to go a little bit deeper, you can lift this left knee up towards your chest and lace your fingers between that hole, that space in the leg. So lace the fingers along the left shin, and gently you can use your arms to pull your left knee in
bringing your legs and your shin in a little bit closer to your chest. And you really want to be feeling a nice stretch happening along the outside of the glute. So this is a beautiful stretch for our glutes, our glute min, and our piriformis. Okay, let's take one more breath here. It's like two more breaths here, actually. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're just going to untangle the right leg and extend the right leg nice and long down the mat as you hug your left knee now in towards your chest. Okay, taking a couple of breaths. Okay, holding on to the left knee, we're gently going to twist over to the right side with that left leg, twisting over to the right and reaching your left arm out to the side. For a supine twist, let's take 3 rounds of breath. Good, inhaling back to neutral, and we're going to move right into that figure 4 stretch. So bending the right knee, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Maybe we thread the arms between that space in the legs, lacing the fingers along the right shin and gently pulling the shins inwards towards your chest. 3 rounds of breath, really sending your awareness and your breath itself to any tightness, any feeling of rigid muscles, any pulling, just being very aware of that and sending your breath to that tightness that you're feeling in the glutes. This stretch right here is very valuable. I don't know a single person who couldn't benefit from this stretch right here. Whenever somebody asks me what yoga stretches to do every day, this is always one of the ones that I recommend. No matter who you are, we all need this stretch for our glutes right here. I mean, it's just, everybody needs it. And it's one of the staples. It's such a valuable stretch, I think, that everybody could do every day. Okay, so let's gently untangle the legs. And we're going to now rock and roll up the spine 3 or 4 times. So, rocking and rolling, gathering up some momentum, and you'll come all the way up to a seat. Okay, so here we are back in our easy seat, in our Sukhasana, and we're going to give a little bit of love to our neck and shoulders now. Okay, let's just take a moment. Let's tune in and feel. Let's bring our right hand to our tummy, our left hand to our heart, closing the eyes, check in with your body. Okay, really good. So we're going to do one more vigorous movement for our shoulders. So I like to just work with the shoulders a little bit. Since we're moving on to the neck now, we're also going to be aware of the areas above the neck and the area below the neck, because both of those spaces in our body can affect the way that our neck feels. So working vigorously with the shoulders, this is a Kundalini Kriya, movement from Kundalini. And we're going to be bringing back that vigorous sniffing breath through the nose and out the nose, like what we were doing with our legs down on the floor. So synchronizing that sniffing breath with the movement of the shoulders. Watch me first. This is what it looks like. So when I drop my shoulders, I'm like sending them down with, not force is the wrong word, but I'm purposefully dropping my shoulders down, like I'm taking off a really heavy backpack. And that's kind of what I want you to envision that you're doing. You're dropping your shoulders down, and with that exhale, with that drop, I want you to let go and release whatever kind of stress, worry, or tension is happening in your traps, in your shoulders. If you've got some kind of emotional energy that's been with you lately, now is a really great time to physically release it from the body, okay? So it's that vigorous breath, same tune as we go up and down with the shoulders, okay? When you're ready, sniffing the breath in, shoulders lift. Here we go. Keep it going. Last 10 seconds, releasing everything that you don't need, all that stress, worry, and tension. Who needs it? We don't. Let it go. Good. Sniff the shoulders up, up, up towards the ears. Now breathe all the way, inhaling deeply to max capacity. Lungs are full. Sniff in a little bit more air. A little bit more air. And exhale, let it all go. Good. Relaxing completely. Another breath in. A long breath out. Good. Okay, really beautiful. So let's bring the awareness back to the body. We'll bring the soles of the feet to touch for our Baddha Konasana. Let's take a breath in, reach the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, swan dive forward, hinging over your hips, reaching the arms in front to your point of comfort. So don't worry if you're a little bit tight here in your hips. Wherever you are is perfect. It's good to be tight in certain areas because it gives you something to work through. It gives you something to practice through. Any tightness in the muscles, it's letting you know that there's stuck energy there. So that tightness, although it may feel frustrating, it's actually a really beautiful message that your body is giving you. It's the only way that your body knows how to talk to you. So your body is talking to you, letting you know through the tightness of your muscles, like, hey, I've got something here for you to do. I've got something here for you to work through and release and let go of. So being really thankful for our bodies, for precisely where we are, because it's meant to be where we are. So no worries if we're tight here in the inner thighs or the hips. Let's take one more breath in center. And as you exhale, I'm going to have you walk your arms over to the left. Just stepping the hands over to the left. Leaving your right glute flat down on the mat. Arms to the left. Breathing into any tightness. Okay, as you breathe in, walk the arms back through to center. And then over to the right as you exhale. Leaving your left glute flat against the ground. Breathing into the left side body. Okay, and then inhale the arms back to neutral or back in front once again. Take a deep breath in, lifting the heart just a tad. And as you exhale, surrender more deeply into this stretch for 2 breaths. Maybe the forehead can come to the earth. Maybe the forehead comes to the hands.
Really good. And then inhale, gently, gently, slowly. Inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale out. Okay. Good. Let's move into our comfortable seat once again. Okay. Take a breath in through the nose. As you exhale, drop the chin all the way down to the chest. Now we're going to inhale and roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Then lift the chin up. As you exhale, left ear towards left shoulder and chin down. So we're just taking big circles with the neck, inhaling as you lift and exhaling as you drop. One more going this direction. The next time your chin meets your chest, pause, and then inhale, reverse it, going the opposite way. Left ear towards left shoulder, inhaling up and down. One more, going this direction. Good. Now bringing your chin down towards your chest. Really send your chin against your chest and feel the back of your neck lengthening. Now as you inhale, you'll send your nose straight up towards the sky and you'll drop your neck all the way back. So be a little bit gentle here. If this doesn't feel so good, then don't drop it back so much. But just allow the front of the throat to really elongate here and feel that constriction along the back of the neck. Breathe in. As you exhale, really slowly, gently send your chin down and you'll tuck your chin towards your chest. We'll do that twice more. Inhaling, lifting the chin up. Exhaling, dropping the chin down. Inhaling, lifting the chin up. Exhaling, dropping chin down. Good. Inhale back to neutral neck, bringing your nose to center. Exhale out. Okay, breathe in. As you breathe out, turn your head over to the right, bringing your chin parallel to the right shoulder. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, chin to the left, over the left shoulder. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, right. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, left. One more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale out the mouth. Okay. Really wonderful job. Let's go ahead and let's just do a little meditation before our Shavasana. Okay, so make sure that your legs are comfortable. Do whatever you want with your hands. Closing down the eyes. And feel the body, just like we've been doing our whole class, our whole practice. Noticing the breath, feeling the inhale, feeling the exhale, and just taking a few moments to just be very present with yourself. Nothing else matters right now other than just to be with yourself, to be with your body. You're doing yoga right now. You're not doing anything else. So let go of any external thoughts with gentleness and just be very present with your breath here just for about a minute. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Really great. Okay. Let go of your focus and then gently make your way down to your Shavasana or your corpse pose for our final rest. Shavasana is so important because it allows the body to absorb everything that we did in our yoga practice. So in yoga, there's always a balance. There's always a yin and a yang. Our yoga practice today was all yang because it was all movement and all action. And now it's time to balance that out with our Shavasana, which is yin, which is restful, soothing, quiet, still, and calm. And because I like to just be very in tune with my body, as in tune with my body as I can, I like to have my Shavasana with one hand on my belly and one hand on my heart. But you can do whatever makes you happy. And I'll give you a call back in another minute or so. So enjoy this time. Okay, gently coming back, taking a mindful breath in and out. Go ahead and bend the knees, hug them in. Maybe rock left and right along the spine. Rolling over onto one side
And then pressing yourself up to a gentle seat. Okay. Let's bring the hands together at heart center, Anahata chakra. Once again, smile down at the heart. I love you, heart. Hello, heart. And notice how we're feeling at the end of our yoga practice, at the end of our yoga sadhana today. How are we feeling now versus when we first started the class? I'm feeling so grateful to feel better, so grateful for our yoga, so grateful for our breath, so grateful for our muscles and our body healthy enough to do a yoga practice. So grateful for that. We'll carry this gratitude with us into the rest of our day today. You did awesome. Thank you so much for being here, supporting me. Sat Nam. Namaste.